Oh no, not the Ubisoft stock. I'll be honest with you. I don't care. Like somebody asked me to talk about this, so it's just whatever. Because it seems as though there's like people in the space that are like, see, that's what happens when you make a woke game, man. Your stock crashes, man. It doesn't really. So let's look at the last 5 days, right? La di da, la di da. We're at 478. La di da, la di da. We hit a high of 525 Wednesday closing. Then the trailer for Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out, and the stock drops, let's say by about $1, right? The stock drops by $1, goes all the way down to 444. Then it coasts Thursday, goes up Friday, and of course, there's no trading on the weekends. What does this tell me? This tells me that at 11:30 a.m. on Thursday, I should have bought Ubisoft stock to get a little bit of gain. But I feel as though a lot of people really only look at like the last 5 days and they're like, see, their stock's crashing. This obviously means that the game is woke. No, it doesn't. Let's go back 6 months. Let's go back a year. So at high, November last year was 646. What's their 5 year high? Their 5 year high looks as though their highest peak was in 2021 at $20.78. So, if you're looking at this in the macro, you could say that Ubisoft has been losing money for the last 5 years. Now, in my opinion, that's due to a failure of innovation and stagnation in the way in which they design games. But that's just my opinion. Who knows? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But if we were to go back, let's say 6 months, 6 months ago, we've got November 2021, 2023, we're at 656. Drops all the way down to 421. So that's even lower than what it dropped to. And that's an even steeper drop than what it dropped with due to the Assassin's Creed trailer. Then it bounced all the way back up to 523. Then it went all the way down to 408, which is even deeper than the Assassin's Creed trailer. Then it bounced all the way back up to 525. Then the trailer comes out and it drops back down to 436, which isn't the lowest drop it has gotten this year. The lowest drop it's gotten this year is definitely February 7th at $4.14. And then it's rising back up to 458, which means all the losses that it basically lost on Friday, it's probably going to regain in like the next few days. Listen to me. This shit right here doesn't matter. This doesn't matter at all. What truly does matter, and I wonder if we can look up Assassin's Creed sales to see the sales for the last few Assassin's Creed games. Because they've been selling a absolute shit ton of copies over the last few years. But I do know that at some point in time, they kind of stopped recording their sales numbers. If I can actually know, this Reddit thread actually does help with that. But we're going to look for another thread as well that actually has. Let's look for Assassin's Creed Odyssey sales numbers. And then let's look for Assassin's Creed Valhalla sales numbers. Okay. So if you really want, let's actually talk about sales here. So the first Assassin's Creed game sold 8 million. The second one did 9 million. Brotherhood did 7.2. Revelations did 7. If you're wondering why Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed Revelations sold less, it's because they were spin-offs of Assassin's Creed 2, and there are a subsect of gamers that do not play spin-off games, even though they were fantastic. But I would say that selling extremely close to the original sales total for the first Assassin's Creed game still made them successes. Then we had Assassin's Creed 3, which did 12 million. Assassin's Creed Black Flag, which is wild to me, only did 11 million. Assassin's Creed Unity and Rogue, since both of these came out at the same time. Rogue was the game that came out that had the old engine. Unity was the game that came out that was using the new it's the Creation engine? I don't remember. But it sold 10 million. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, it can be understood why Assassin's Creed Syndicate did bad, even though it didn't have numbers that were essentially put out. And the reason for that is there really wasn't any marketing for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Assassin's Creed Syndicate, to us initially, we thought that Rogue was going to be the last one built in the old engine. Syndicate came out being built in that old engine as well, but there really wasn't a drive or a push for Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I didn't even know Syndicate had come out until I think Origins came out, and Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla did that thing on PC when you log into them, they're like, hey, buy the last Assassin's Creed game. That's how I found out Assassin's Creed Syndicate existed, and I still haven't played it, even though I've heard some really, really good things about it. Assassin's Creed Syndicate is also the first Assassin's Creed game to do the whole. No, I'm sorry. Unity did 4 protagonists. Syndicate was the one that first solidified the dual protagonist that we ended up seeing in both Odyssey and in Valhalla. Then Assassin's Creed Odyssey came out and did 10 million copies. And that's not even counting the Legacy of the First Blade, Fate of Atlantis, and all the other smaller DLCs that they put out for the game. And Assassin's Creed Valhalla sold 20 million, which means that from the inception of this entire franchise, Assassin's Creed Valhalla has sold the most at 20 million sold. This franchise is not losing. You may look at Ubisoft's stock and be like, "Oh my god, their stock is absolutely horrible. They're failing." They're not. They're not. They're not at all. Assassin's Creed is their biggest draw, and the trailer for that. Let's see. Let's jump over to YouTube and let's see the Assassin's Creed Shadows trailer. The Assassin's Creed Shadows trailer is currently sitting at 6.4 million views. Trust me when I say this. This game is going to be a success. It's going to be a success. Um, as I was saying before, the thing that people are essentially focusing on is the main character being black, but they're not focusing on, not talking about, and not being outraged about is the fact that Ubisoft's monetization practices and the way in which they market DLC and sell DLC is fucking scummy. That is the true villain. It's always been the true villain. That's always been the true bad guy. If you take a step back and you look and you go, huh, $100 and all you're doing me is offering me a quest that you created before the game shipped, so it's on the disc, and a few cosmetics, or the $140 edition, which is like, oh, a few weapon skins and yada yada yada. That used to be stuff that was available just in the pre-order. A pre-order back in the day for $60 used to give you weapon skins and fucking armor skins and a bunch of other stuff for free. The fact that a pre-order is now a like $50 bonus incentive or an $80 bonus incentive on top of the $70 you're originally charging somebody for your game is fucking scummy and needs to be investigated. That's the true villainy here. That's the true problem here. Like, I don't give a shit that it's Yasuke and the samurai is black. All I care about is the fact that when I go to play this game, both of the main characters have completely unique playstyles because of their builds. That is all I truly fucking care about. The rest of the shit that people are like hopping mad about, whatever. It doesn't it doesn't matter at all. It truly doesn't. And trying to focus on Ubisoft's stock doesn't matter. Their stock's been up and fucking down, and it's been on a downward decline for like the last year. Shit, it's been on the downward decline for the last 5 years. Started off at 18 fucking dollars. Now they're down to 4. And when this game drops, it'll probably creep back up to around 8. Then it'll coast at 8. Then it'll go right back down to 4. It's up and down. It doesn't matter. Well, stop focusing on the wrong thing. Please. Please stop focusing on the wrong thing and start asking the actual bigger fucking questions that impact your wallet. Please. For me, please.